I know Portland Trail Blazer fans are about to hate me for this one, but according to Bosian Beast 27, aka Jusuf Nurkic, he tweeted, "I might sell my house soon." What? Yep. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then Trendon Watford said, "Never knew finding a house." First, it was a quote for Trendon Watford saying, "Never knew finding a house in Portland would be this tough." And Jusuf Nurkic said, "Might be selling mine soon," which we can all interpret how we'd like. But I see it as, I think Jusuf Nurkic is leaving. Because, look, this whole time, Jusuf Nurkic is a phenomenal center. I would love Jusuf Nurkic to be a starting center on my NBA team. Honestly, I would actually really like that. Imagine Karl Anthony Towns next to Jusuf Nurkic. I'm also a Wizards fan, so I also like the Kristaps Porzingis Jusuf Nurkic idea. I'm a Magic fan. We don't need Jusuf Nurkic. I have 3 teams. Why are we even talking about this? Like and subscribe. ADHD at its wild, at its finest. But what does this mean? What does this mean? I've always loved Jusuf Nurkic, but I'm very, very certain that this Trailblazers team fully committed to keeping Dame, fully committed to putting the best team around him. And I think they're going space ball. I think they're just noticing, like, hey, we have kind of a small team. Josh Hart, Nazir Little are, some of the wings we can name on this team. Trendon Watford's one of the big men, you could argue. And Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons is probably going to be your starting backcourt. That's a small backcourt. There's nothing wrong with it. We've seen very successful backcourts that are small. I think this is a team that they're going to play space ball. And what I mean by space ball, it's 5 out. It's what we've seen the Boston Celtics do with Grant Williams. We saw it started with Ty Lue using when Kawhi Leonard was injured and Paul George and that Reggie Jackson team in the Clippers in the playoffs last year. That was the start of it. And then we saw the space ball continue with the Boston Celtics, with the Golden State Warriors, just basically 5 out, beating you by spacing the floor. We saw the Utah Jazz get just destroyed by spaceball by the Dallas Mavericks. And the Mavericks were probably one of the best teams to use spaceball. And I bet you the Portland Trailblazers were licking their chops watching them. They're like, we kind of have that team already in place. And I know you need a center. Always, you need a center. You need to look at Kevon Looney. Look at Robert Williams. Look at Al Horford. You could also out there Nikola Jokic. But by these teams that shoot a lot of 3-pointers, they have even Bam Adebayo. Let's not throw the Heat. Let's not throw the Heat in them. But a lot of these teams that shoot a lot of 3-pointers, they have at least one big man, Dwight Powell for the Dallas Mavericks, that rebounds. All right. And Jusuf Nurkic is neat and all, but if you're a spaceball team, you don't want to get put in a situation sort of like how the Dallas Mavericks are with Dwight Powell, where they're paying him like $11 million a year, where he's probably only should be making $5 million a year. And Jusuf Nurkic deserves all the money he can get. He deserves it all. But the Trailblazers feel that most likely in the direction that they're hoping to go in, that they don't need him. Now, the reason why he says I might be selling my house soon, most likely is due to the fact that if they strike out on their plans, because every team has a plan, 90% of the time your plan doesn't go to plan. That's a lie. Probably 50% of the time your plan doesn't go to plan because the team probably has a similar plan as you. Or a team screws you over and you're like, oh, damn, I thought we were going to do that, but guess that fell through. So now you got to go back to the drawing board. And if they have to go back to the drawing board, that's why Nurkic might stay. If they fail and they don't get anybody they want, they might bring Nurkic back just like, man, couldn't get anybody, so here you go. But I think that's my 2 cents on that one. Got an NBA show. Hey, we had 100 subscribers on the NBA show. Hopefully on Monday we'll be on the radio, or that week we'll be on the radio. But besides that, I think go check it out. We had a video, 2,000 views. Go check it out. Subscribe. We're going to grow that. Next thing you know, the NBA show, I don't call it I hate podcasts. I don't hate podcasts. I love podcasts, but everybody and their mother has podcasts. Why are you gonna call it a podcast? It's an internet radio show. I'm like jokingly mad.